Hello, good morning to all of you once again. Welcome back to my channel, that is SB Education Co. I hope you don't forget to my channel, and also you have not forgotten to me. And you just listen one thing in that previously one short is gave. I will provide you that. In that cert, I said you that I have a big surprise for you. Yes or no? And that big surprise will reveal today. What is that big surprise? Uh, from day one to right now, you just look at me. I just taught you only that science. Yes or no? Science means only that biological science I will taught you, or whatever that videos are inside of my channel, this YouTube channel, that is SB Education Show channels. All that part is coming from our bio section. Yes or no? But for today, I just I just give you a explanation video of a mathematics chapter, that is fraction. We is to be a fundamental class. Also, you can say that, you say that a start or step one video of that fraction from standard. I think fraction is started over to standard 4. Yes or no? Standard 4 onwards there is a fraction until standard 7. Yes or no? So separately you just read that standard 7. In that standard 4, that is started fraction. Standard 5 also is there fraction, and that standard 6 is there. Standard 7 is also there, that is fraction, and decimal is including there. So my target is standard 7, that chapter is fraction and decimal. But from we have to go through that fraction and decimal. Whenever we reach there, I have to take over from standard 4 level to standard 7 level. Okay, so I will try to give my best for my mathematics, and I wish to be that from your side also, uh, कि मुझे बहुत सारा प्यार दोगे. Yes or no? And you will watch me, you will listen me, you will talk to me, okay, by this online platform. So don't waste our so much times. We will start this chapter, that is known as fraction. Okay, so first, that is fraction, and decimals is also here, but डेसिमल तक पहुंचने के लिए, जैसे कि मैंने बोला, यू स्टैंडर्ड 4 यू हैव टू रीड फ्रैक्शन, स्टैंडर्ड 5 ऑल्सो यू हैव, स्टैंडर्ड 6 स्टूडेंट्स ऑल्सो यू हैव, एंड स्टैंडर्ड 7 चैप्टर इज माई टारगेट. Okay, so my target chapter is standard 7 fraction and decimal. Which one is the second chapter of NCRT? Which one is the second chapter of mathematics? And that is second chapter of NCRT. The first chapter is what? Integers. What is the first chapter? That is integers. No, so don't worry, I will give you another video that is integers. But as you know that this one is a surprise video, that's a science teacher is start to teaching you a mathematics. So I want your response. If you give me your response positively, then I will continue with that mathematics and science also. Okay, so what do you mean by fraction? What do you mean by fraction? So fractions means when a whole is divided equally. When a whole is divided equally some parts, we just say this one is a fraction. Okay, not will that say when we taken one part of that, we say that this one is the fraction. Yes, once again I just repeatedly my words. When a whole is divided equally some parts, and from that we will take some parts, we say that fractions. And these fractions are represented by numerator by open denominator. Yes, means that is P by Q form. Where P is known as numerator and Q is known as denominator. So what is the meaning of that numerator, or what represents that numerator? Numerator is represent that by totals, how many parts we taken from that, how many parts we taken from that. Like मान लो यहाँ पे एक पिज्जा है, डोमिनोज वाला पिज्जा है, एंड दिस पिज्जा इन योर हाउस मेंबर इज 4. कितना हाउस मेंबर है तुम्हारे? 4 हाउस मेंबर्स है, एंड यू हैव टू डिवाइडेड इट्स बाय इक्वली 4 parts. Yes or no? Equally 4 parts you have to divide. So when you are going there, you will take one part of that pizza. Yes or no? If you take one part of the pizza, that means how many parts are totally there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to write in denominator the total parts, and from that total parts how many parts you taken, that is only one part you should be write in numerator, you should be write it in numerator. So that is 1 by 4 is represent a fraction, that 1 by 4 is represent a fraction. Similarly, when your brother or sister is there, he also or she also wants to take one part of that pizza. So when he or she take one part of that pizza, you can also written for that 1 by 4. 1 by 4 means what? Total 4 parts is there in first, that whole you have to divide it equally 4 parts. That means how many parts are total is there? That is 4 parts. So by these 4 parts, your small brother or sister, either your younger brother or sister, that will be taken that one part of that, that is 1 by 4 also you have to write for that. Then your father is there, so father is also take one part of that, that is for father you also write 1 by 4, and remaining part which one is your mother will take, that is also you have to write 1 by 4. Yes or no? Now you have to add this 1 by 4. You just look at 1 by 4, 1 by 4, that is 2 by 4, then once again 1 by 4, that is 3 by 4, once again 1 by 4, that is 4 by 4 is represents to 1. 1 means what? Whole. One pizza था, उसको तुम 4 पार्ट्स करके एक एक करके जैसे 4 पार्ट्स ले लिए, तो फिर से क्या हो गया? कुछ नहीं बचा. कुछ बचा क्या? नहीं. सो दैट इज रिप्रेजेंट एज अ फ्रैक्शन. ओके, तो यहां तक समझ में आ गया? यस. सो यहाँ तक जो भी हमने पढ़े उसी के हिसाब से वी हैव सी दैट वन इज लाइक फ्रैक्शन, यस, and another one is that is unlike fraction. Yes or no? So what do you mean by like fraction? When denominators are same, we say that like fractions. Like for here, we write first for yourself, that is 1 by 4, from your brother or sister, that is also 1 by 4. So you have to write here, they will take 2 by 4 अगर वो ले लिया, so that is 2 by 4, then 3 by 4, then 4 by 4. So you have to you have to see in every cases from the denominator we have that same denominator, that is 4. That's why we say that this one is the like fraction. And what do you mean by unlike fraction? Unlike fraction मतलब क्या होता है? When the denominators are different. When the denominators are different. Okay, understood? We have not considered that numerator, but you can say that in like fraction, when denominators are same and numerators are different, we say that like fraction. Simply you say that if the denominators are same for each case, we say that like fraction. If the denominators are different from each case, we say that unlike fraction. Okay, got it my point? After that like fraction and unlike fraction, we have to reach in that fraction majorly we divided 3 parts. What are the 3 types of fraction? Not 3 parts, that is 3 types of fraction. What are the 3 types of fraction? One is proper fraction, another one is improper fraction, another one is mixed fraction. Okay, so you just look at here fraction. So number 1, first you say that is what? Proper fraction. Okay, and next is your what? Improper fraction. And the third one is your mixed fraction. Yes or no? Got it, my friends? Yes, the fraction is there proper fraction, improper fraction, and mixed fraction. So every cases we have to write that numerator open denominator. Here also we have to write numerator open denominator. Here also we have to write numerator open denominator. Yes or no? But what are the difference between dates? That's why we said this one is proper, this one is improper, and this one is mixed. Okay, you just let guess the point, you just get the point. If there is proper fraction, if there is proper fraction, then I have to write 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is a proper fraction or improper fraction. What you have to think about that? Yes, maybe this one is a proper, maybe or improper. This one is the proper fraction. Why we call that is a proper fraction? Why we call when the numerator is smaller than to the denominator? You just look at here 2 and 3, between them 2 is what? Smaller than to 3, and here 2 is represent to numerator and 3 is represent to denominator. That means in each cases or wherever the numerator is smaller than to the denominator, we just said this one is the proper fraction. Understood? When the numerator is greater than to the denominator. What do you mean by that? If we reciprocal from that, that is 3 by 2. That is 3 by 2. You consider 3 and 2. Who is greater than and who is smaller than? That 3 is greater than to 2. Here 3 is represent to numerator and 2 is represent to denominator, and you have to find here that is numerator is greater than to denominator. Yes or no? And if this type of cases are arrival, that is numerator is greater than to denominator, we say that improper fraction. Okay, so from this example I have a question for you. You just think about that. Startingly I just say that in numerator what we will write, how many parts we will take, or how many parts we taken from that, how many parts we taken for that. Denominator means what we will write, how many total parts are there. Yes or no? How many total parts are there? Yes, yes. So you just look at here in the denominator place, if we will write 2, then from that total parts 2 and we will take a 3. How it's possible? Yes or no? If there is totally something is divided totally in 2 parts and we will take from that 3 parts, it is possible? No. So for that, we when we go to represent from that how it is possible to write 3 by 2, we have to get our mixed fraction. Okay, this means what is said to be, you just normally divided 2 upon 3, so that is 2 1 are 2. Yes or no? 3 minus 2 is 1. So what is your quotient? What is your quotient? You take it by whole. What is your quotient? You just take it by whole. यहाँ पे मैंने होल लिख दिया, न्यूमरेटर ओपन डिनोमिनेटर में यहाँ पे एक चीज ऐड किया, दैट इज होल. So you just written one whole, and what is your reminder? You have to write in the numerator place, that is 1, and the divisor is equals to the denominator place. Yes, that means 1 whole 1 by 2 is your correct answer. Understood? 1 whole 1 by 2, that is also known as a mixed fraction. So now the definition of that mixed fraction is when a whole with a proper fraction. When a whole with a proper fraction, we say that what? That is a mixed fraction. Okay, so a whole with a proper fractions means what? Like here is whole, so we just equally divided into 2 parts, and here is the another whole and we also divided into equally 2 parts. Okay, from this part we taken from the two sides of that or two parts of that, that is one whole, and from this part we just only taken one part of that. For that one part we taken, we have to represent like 1 by 2. So this one is said to be 1 whole 1 by 2. So your mixed fraction is likes to be that. Okay, now I think you understood what is the proper fraction, improper fraction and mixed fraction. Now we can say that the proper fraction is equals to the mixed fraction, sorry, not proper, the improper fraction is equals to the mixed fraction. yes or no? जो भी proper fraction होता है वही mixed fraction होता है. Why? You just look at here, this one is the improper fraction. Improper fraction में हम उसको क्या लिखते हैं, that is 3 by 2. How it is 3 by 2? For this part, for the wait, yes, for this part we just write 1 by 2. For this part we just write 1 by 2. Also for this part we just write 1 by 2. Total 1 plus 1 2 plus 1 3, that is 3 by 2. So here 3 by 2 is equals to that 1 whole 1 by 2. Yes or no? So now we just say that the improper fraction is equals to the mixed fraction. Yes or no? Yes. So in between them there is a relation to convert improper fraction to mixed fraction, and we can also convert from mixed fraction to the improper fraction. Okay, how we can convert, let's see. Okay, so now what, convert improper fraction to mixed fraction. Okay, so how we convert that, let's, one improper fraction is, that is 7 by 6. Yes or no? Another improper fraction we have, that is what, we just taken 22 by 10. Okay, so first we have to this one. So what we will do, normally simply you just divided it. Yes, so 6 1 are 1 and remainder is 1. Here in this case you just divided like this. Okay, so 10 2s are 20 and remainder is 2. Yes, one thing you have to remind that from mixed fraction we have to whole with numerator and denominator. Yes or no? In that whole in that mixed fraction, so wholes means whole is equals to your quotient. Okay, whole is equals to your quotient. So whole is equals to your quotient means this part is said to be your quotient. तो whole की जगह पे इसको लिख दो, that is 2 whole. Yes, then what is that, numerator? Numerator means the remainder. So you should be right, remainder is equals to what, that is numerator. So numerator के प्लेस में लिख लो उसे 2 whole 2 by divisor. This part is said to be what, remainder, and this part is said to be what, divisor. So divisor is equals to what, denominator. What, denominator. So divisor is here 10, that is 2 whole 2 by 10 is said to be or improper fraction to the mixed fraction. Yes, now it will be time to convert that mixed fraction to improper fraction. तो अगर एक mixed fraction को improper fraction में convert करोगे तो क्या करोगे, first you have to multiply the denominator into whole. What is the product of that, you have to add it by numerator. Yes, what you have to do, first you have to do denominator multiplied with whole, then added by numerator and write open denominator. Yes, so what is the denominator is here, that is 10 multiplied by whole, that is 2, add by 2, add by numerator, that is 2, and what is the denominator, you have to write in that place of denominator. So in this case 10 into 2, that is 20, then add by 2, that is 22. Here is 22 by 10. This one is your improper fraction. Got it or not? That means 22 by 10, we can also tell that 2 whole 2 by 10. This is the form of improper fraction and this is the form of mixed fraction. And you got that point of how can you convert from improper fraction to mixed fraction. You just simply divide it like this, and when there is a mixed fraction and you have to convert it to improper fraction, you have to do like this: is denominator multiplied by whole number multiplied by whole, and the product of that add by numerator, open you have to write the denominator. Okay, so स्टैंडर्ड 4 स्टूडेंट्स, आई थिंक तुम्हारे बुक में इतना ही होगा. That is complete. So next video we will discuss about the 5, 6 and 7. I wish to be that is the second video is your last video of to reach the standard 7. Okay, during some insufficient time we have to break here of our this section of this video. Okay, so wait for that next video. And like that what I said in our starting of our classes, you just look at this video and tell me this surprise what you have to see. This is, if your comments will be positively, then I will take that also the math class. If you have comments is negatively, then I just thought it. Okay, bye. ऑल द बेस्ट, सब अच्छे से देखना वीडियो को. ओके, अब तक गया नहीं हूँ, लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब भी कर लेना. ओके, बाय.